I'm Mark Tilley from Dirtbike Magazine. We're going to do stuff a little bit different. We've done stuff different on the T1000 build from the very beginning with putting it out there on social media if we needed some builders. And we got a reply from Charles. People tagged him, all kinds of stuff. So today we're going to kind of meet the builder a little bit. Talk about the build on this build started 2 years ago before the whole pandemic thing happened, and you know, now we're here, it's done, it's an amazing motorcycle. But this is Charles. He owns MXRevival. He brought this bike back from the dead, basically. So Charles, meet our viewers, say hi, and tell us what you do.
What's up, guys? Thanks for voting for me to go ahead and flip this beast. It was a pretty decrepit mess when we got it, so I appreciate that, all the votes on IG. And now we have something that's truly special, and I get to share this day with all my buddies and you guys here at LACR in SoCal.
So now with this build, we ran into a lot of issues with, you know, supply chain stuff,
yeah.
You know, finding out who we were going to use, what we were going to do. The one thing that was constant on this was your work on it.
Yeah.
You have your heart and soul into this motorcycle. So, you know, what was the hardest thing to do on this build?
The hardest thing, I would say, the swing arm was probably the biggest mess on this bike, aside from the cylinder. We found, when we pulled it apart, we found, after getting the cylinder redone and a bore-matched piston to come with it, helicoils down in the stud holes that hold the cylinder head on. So they were crooked, had to buy a new cylinder. Not really a big deal, but the swing arm was a mess. It had a broken off chain adjuster stud in the back, and then somebody had re-drilled on the side of it, so that old stud was like a broken off crescent moon, so we had to get that re-welded and fixed up. But the rest of it, honestly, I'm a little sick. I just love working on them. So hard, I don't know if anything was really hard, it's just time. I guess in that regard, when you've gone so far down a road and you feel like you're about to give up on it, or you're like, man, I've been vapor blasting this frame for 12 hours or 3 days or whatever, making it extra good is like just past that point. So don't stop if you're at that point.
And everything on this bike has basically been touched by you one way or another.
Yes.
A lot of it vapor blasted, not only once, but a lot of times twice, maybe sometimes 3 times. And it seemed like you honed your craft a little bit more in the vapor blasting.
Yes, I got better building this bike. We had a few shop moves in between the build starting and the build finishing. And sometimes I look back at work that was done before on, say, let's say it was the frame, and then I did a caliper a little better. Like, wow, I need to rerun the frame at a different PSI and a different bead. So I definitely was able to bring up my craftsmanship while building this bike. And what you see is, you know, the T1000 liquid metal concept, basically like a fun little Terminator 2 evil guy in that movie sort of deal here with the bike, and very liquid metal, all said and done. So
you actually got to be a part of having a little one now.
Yeah.
So your daughter was born. We got to see her and shoot her in the studio.
Yeah.
And your wife's always been behind you with support and,
yes,
and doing what you're doing.
That's the key.
What are your plans now?
I'm a career electrician, union electrician, local 332 in San Jose, California. I've been doing that for 16 years and building this thing up on the side for about 5. Started in Idaho, and I've just been, like I said, building it up. And thanks to you guys for the opportunity. That's a really great stepping stone. But starting now, and my leave is ending with my daughter, I'm just going to focus on MXRevival full time. It's a little bit scary taking that leap, leaving a $160K on the table and insurance and all that stuff and a company truck, but I have something very special coming for you guys starting December 1st. So I'm not going to spill the beans yet. I have a suspicion that when you say something out loud, it's less likely to happen. So basically, like I said, December 1st, keep your eyes peeled. More building for sure. Next one's for you guys.
Well, and we do have one more build already in the works, and I'm sure that we'll have lots of builds after that as well. But
yes,
we do have the Ping King CR500
yes,
build that they'll probably be seeing here in the next few months. I know it's kind of a logistical nightmare with some of the stuff and where it's at, and we got a motor in Canada and some stuff back east and suspension here and all kinds of stuff. But you know, this one turned out amazing.
Thank you.
You did an amazing job on this motorcycle, so I can't wait to see what you do on the Ping King.
I can't wait to show it to you. Lots of special stuff on that bike. There's the cylinder head's been for Fathead, the very first one that's ever been created. So things like that were made for your bike. The next cone pipe was made for your bike. You know, they didn't have production runs of those things yet, and now they both do. So it's a great stepping stone for everyone, and there'll be a lot of first timers on that bike for, you know, my build crew, which is really exciting.
All right, well, stay tuned. If you want to see the video on this motorcycle with more action and a little bit more detail, click the video thumbnail now and head over to that. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all of our latest video releases.
Don't forget.